My dad said, "Your sister deserves it more," as they funded her future. I left that night. Now they drive past my mansion asking, why does she have that? I was 17 when my parents sat me down at the kitchen table to explain why they couldn't help with my college tuition. My sister Amber was already a sophomore at State University, living in a nice dorm, driving a car my parents bought her, joining sororities. But when it came to me, suddenly there was no money left. Your sister needs to focus on her studies, my dad said. She's going to be a doctor. You can figure something else out. My mom just nodded along like she always did. I asked what I was supposed to do. Just get a job or something. Community college is cheap. Amber needs our support right now. Your sister deserves it more. Those exact words. I stared at both of them sitting there with their coffee mugs, acting like this was totally normal. Amber wasn't even doing that well in school. She'd already changed her major twice and was barely passing half her classes. But she was the golden child who could do no wrong. That night, I packed everything I owned into 2 duffel bags, left a note saying I'd figure it out myself since that's what they wanted anyway. My Aunt Lisa, my mom's sister who nobody really talked to, let me crash on her couch. She'd been the black sheep of the family for years because she chose business school over getting married young like everyone expected. I got a job waiting tables at this diner that was open 24 hours. Worked double shifts on weekends, took morning classes at community college, slept maybe 4 hours a night. It was brutal, but I was so angry that anger kept me going. My aunt saw how hard I was working and one day asked what I was studying. I told her business management because I wanted to understand how money actually worked. She smiled and said she'd been waiting years for someone in this family to care about that. Turns out my aunt owned 3 rental properties and a small online business selling handmade furniture. She taught me everything: how to save money, how to invest, how to spot opportunities, how to negotiate. Within a year, I'd saved enough to buy my first rental property with her help, a tiny duplex in a rough neighborhood that nobody wanted. I fixed it up myself on weekends, watched YouTube videos to learn plumbing and drywall, rented out both units, and used that income to buy another property, then another. My parents had no idea what I was doing. They never called to check on me after I left. 5 years went by like that. I graduated with my associate's degree, then my bachelor's, then my MBA, all while building my real estate portfolio. Amber dropped out of college junior year to marry some guy she'd known for 3 months. My parents paid for the entire wedding. I didn't go. Last month, I closed on my dream house. 5 bedrooms, pool, 3-car garage on the nice side of town where all the doctors and lawyers live. The same neighborhood my parents always drove through, saying they wished they could afford to live there. I was unloading boxes from my car when I saw their old sedan crawling past my driveway. They stopped, just sat there staring at my house with their mouths open. Then my dad pulled into my driveway like he had every right to be there. They both got out and walked up to me like nothing had ever happened. My mom hugged me without asking and started crying. My dad just kept looking at the house. "How did you afford this?" he finally asked. "Not like you care, but I built a real estate business. Own 12 properties now." My mom's face went weird. "We thought you were still working at that diner. Haven't thought about me in 7 years, and that's what you assumed." My dad got defensive. "You left without telling us your plans. We couldn't help you if we didn't know what you were doing. You told me to figure it out myself, so I did. Remember? Your sister deserves it more." That shut him up real quick. My mom tried the guilt trip next. "We're still your parents. Family is supposed to forgive." "You're right. Family is supposed to support each other." Guess I learned that from Aunt Lisa instead of you. They stayed for 10 more minutes trying to act like they'd always believed in me, asking about my business like they cared, hinting that Amber and her husband were struggling to pay rent and maybe I could help out. I told them I had to get back to unpacking. They've driven past my house 4 times since then. Haven't called, haven't apologized, just keep circling the block like they're trying to figure out how this happened. Aunt Lisa came over last week with champagne to celebrate my success. She's the only family I need.